This is chapter 28 of The Lake. My feet hurt from running on uneven ground. Sharp pains shoot along my shins. I round a thick bush and whimper, but I can't stop. If I stop now, Lillian might catch me. I run as she's barely a foot behind me, as if she can reach an arm out and touch me. Oh God. Ollie, I shout, spotting him up ahead. He spins around and his eyes widen. A fraction of a second later, he's sprinting towards me. Esme, I'm vaguely aware of the others calling my name and saying how relieved they are. But all I can focus on is Ollie. His arms shoot out to catch me as I run straight into him. My legs give out, and he's all that's stopping me from hitting the ground. I lean into him, feeling his warmth seep into my clammy skin. I stop, the relief of being safe drenching me. The static from Andy's radio crackles as he makes a call to Cora to tell her we're almost back. What happened? Are you okay? Ollie asks. You can't be a big baby now after insisting on coming. I stand. I don't know. One moment you guys were there and the next I couldn't find you. Should I tell them what happened? No, I can't. We're so sorry, Esme. We thought you were with us, Andy says, stopping beside me. I wipe my hands on my shorts and take a ragged breath. It wasn't anyone's fault and I'm fine. You sure about that? Jake asks. Yeah. Did you see anything? My body turns cold. Just a whole lot of trees after the lights, and the dark figure of Lillian. Us too. Andy takes a deep breath. Looks like this person isn't done with their pranks, though. I nod. What do we do now? We remain vigilant, stick together, and make sure the children are safe, he says. If I can't get my heart rate under control, I won't be doing anything at all. I agree, I whisper. But do I? Jake scowls. We ride this out, let this freak have his fun, and keep the campers safe. The day they leave, we find out who's taking pictures and leaving notes. Andy says, That's settled then. Let's get back to camp and have a hot drink and let everyone know there's nothing out here. I look behind me. Somewhere in the distance, Elena's probably livid because I made it back to the others. She was right near me. I shudder at the thought of her being so close. What would she have done if she found me? I keep a small smile on my face and walk beside Ollie, his hand in mine, trying not to crush his bones as I hold on. That was eventful, Jake says, his voice brimming with sarcasm. I wish my evening had been uneventful as his. God, I wish I could speak with Kayla right now. She's the only person I can talk to about what just happened. Only I can't really, can I? I was supposed to talk to Lillian and clear this up. I was going to tell her how sorry we were that she got hurt and asked her to forgive us. But when it came down to it, when I was separated from the others, I was scared and hid rather than confronting her. I was scared. There, I've admitted it to myself. Esme is a big chicken. I pretended to be tough and unafraid, but I'm a phony. Kayla can't find out what happened. She was counting on me to make this stop. I don't know how much more she can take if she knows that Lillian stalked me through the forest like she was stalking her prey. No, this I have to keep to myself. We walk into the clearing and the first thing I see is the bright white reflection of the moon on the lake. Small ripples in the water make it look jagged like it could cut you. The second thing I see is the remaining group of counselors running towards the staff cabin. Shit, Andy mutters. What's going on? We spin around the lake. What is it? Andy calls when we get close enough that he won't wake the campers up. The radio, Cora says from the porch. Someone just came on the radio telling us to get in the staff cabin or they'd start a fire. We heard rustling in the forest. My eyes widen. How did Lillian get back here so fast? What? Okay, I'm calling the police, Andy says. His response is met with a wild and collective no. Get inside, Cora says. I'll tell you everything. We stampede into the multi-use cabin. What happened while we were away? Andy demands, pulling the door shut. We can't all be inside here. No one's watching the campers' cabins. Cora shakes her head. It's not them this person wants. They're safer if we're not with them. What's going on, Cora? I ask. Where are Kayla and Rebecca? They were very anxious out here, so I told them to go in and get some rest a while ago. Bed? Kayla went to bed? About 10 minutes ago, the first message came through the radio. This voice, it sounded like someone using one of those voice-altering things. They said if we contact anyone, wake the campers, or alert the cops or anyone else, we're dead. Dead. We didn't know what to do, so we tried to look around to see who was out there. How did this happen? Andy asks. They must have our frequency. Why didn't you call me? He demands. I knew you would be back. Cora drops her eyes as she speaks. I don't think she was certain that we would be back. When did this person threaten fire? Lillian, I correct him in my head. Before we came back, literally seconds before. He said everyone into the cabins or I'll send the food hall up in flames and call the parents. Halfway in the campers' cabins, and the rest went in the multi-use to see if we could spot anyone lurking. Parents? Andy's eyes bulge. This person has the parents' contact details, I ask. Cora shrugs. I don't want to find out. It has to be a former employee, Andy says. I just can't figure out why he would go to these lengths. Do we believe he would actually set the food hall on fire? Jake asks. Cora raises her eyebrows. We have to. Whoever this is, they want us to be alone, Mary says from the back. They want us trapped here, slowly going insane from paranoia, constantly worrying what we're going to have to do next. Wait, if they want that, then surely they won't set a fire, Tia says. She's right, I say. How would he do that and get away with it? There would be smoke, and the flames would be seen from town, and the fire department would come. It would all be over for him. That one is for sure an empty threat. Andy is a bobblehead as he agrees with me. I think you're right, but we shouldn't ignore it. 4 years I've been here, and it's always been a safe place. I can't believe this is happening. For what it's worth, Jake says, I don't think this creep is going to hurt anyone. This bullshit is all about fear, and every time we have conversations like this and run off into the woods, we're feeding his sick little fantasy. I'll have no problem kicking his ass. That may be true, Andy says. Still, I don't think it would be right to ignore this. We can't ignore it, Marcus replies. He's everywhere. Lorenzo shakes his head. Enough of this for tonight. Let's not give him any more attention. Mary folds her arms and glares at Lorenzo. Catalina puts an arm around her shoulders. Come on, he's right, she says to Mary. We should get some sleep. Let's make it look like we're doing what he wants and keeping quiet. We are doing that, Ollie says. We have no choice.